What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. We've got a couple of stories for you and one question, so let's go. Our first story of the day has to do with the Pixel line. Pixel 7a and 8a to be exact. Now, the Pixel 7a has been leaked out. We know what it's going to look like. We know the specs it's going to have. We know the price at $499. But what about the Pixel 8a? Are they going to continue doing this line? Because the Pixel 7a is really similar to just a plain old Pixel 7. Well, the latest information from Yogesh Brar is saying that the Pixel A series seems to be coming to an end. With the spec and price bump on the Pixel 7a, it is certain that there won't be any 8a coming. Google will likely stick with vanilla and Pro models alongside a foldable going forward. Something similar might happen with Samsung. So kind of interesting there that even though the Pixel 6a had really good fanfare, 7a most likely also will have really good fanfare. Seemingly they're getting rid of the A series and just going with the regular, 8 and 8 Pro and 7 and 7 Pro, things like that. They're not going to have this kind of budget mid-tier type phone. They'll leave that to just the plain old, whatever the number is, a 7, 8, 9 phone. So kind of interesting. What do you guys think? How do you feel about that? Does it bother you or not? Next up is a actually bit of good news, I guess you could say, having to do with the Galaxy Z line. And I want to preface before we even get into the article, because it's from a Korean website. I don't know if this is just the Flip 5 and the Fold 5 or just the Flip 5. I don't know if it's one or the other. It sounds like it might only be the Flip 5, but that to me sounds a little bit weird. So I actually think it's going to end up being both phones. But we've heard that the Flip and Fold or Flip or Fold are going to potentially come out in July. We've also heard recently that it's not. It's going to be announced at the end of July and then be released, most likely 2 weeks later after that. Well, the latest information coming out of Korea is that Samsung Electronics performance deterioration, and this is translated, so if it doesn't make sense, that's why, breakthrough is the release of the Z5 accelerated. They put a question mark. But they go into detail in one of the paragraphs saying that according to the industry, on the 1st, Samsung Electronics is coordinating plans to advance the release schedule of the Fold 5 or Flip 5, whatever it says Z5, by about a month. There are observations that the product will be released and sales will begin in the last week of July. This is really interesting to me because I guess what they could do is they literally could announce the phone in July and put it on sale the same day, not even have a waiting period of a week or two to get it released. They could just announce it. It's in stores that very day that they announce it. If you order it through Samsung, obviously you'd have to wait for it to ship out. That wouldn't surprise me one bit at all. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on this story, but there's a chance that these Flip 5 and Fold 5 or just the Flip 5 will end up being released in the very last week of July, which really would make it a full month ahead of release. What do you guys think? Do you think the Flip and 5 and the Fold 5 or both or one or the other will be released in July? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's jump on our Q&A. Chris is asking if he trades in his Flip 4 for the Flip 5, how much will he get? Well, you've got to imagine you're not going to get that much. If you're doing this directly with Samsung and we take, for instance, the S23 line of trade-ins, when the people were trading in the S22 series, they didn't get barely anything. I think I got, what did I get, $500 or something like that? It wasn't much. I would guess it's probably going to be quite similar. So I would guess since the Flip 4 is relatively expensive, it's like $999, I would assume you probably won't get anything more than $500 for trade-in. You might even get less, but I kind of think you'll get about $500, maybe $600. I'm going to go $500. I think you're only going to get $500 for Flip 4 to Flip 5 trade-in. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the hashtag question, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.